Eileo guys, and welcome back. In today's little video though, we're going to take a look at the maintenance notes. Even though maintenance has already been done on the game, you know, this is within a day or two. So without further ado, you guys, let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so let's see what we have going on here. So we do have Mirror added, which if you guys haven't checked it out, the Mirror video went up yesterday, so feel free to check that out. My overall thoughts on Mirror is, other than the wood one, honestly, like all of them in the grand scheme of things are fine. There's no exotic besides the wood one, at least in my opinion, that isn't super like terrible, which is hopefully a good sign for exotics to come in the future. Like, none of their skills are extremely terrible. There's some that are kind of interesting, some of them are spicy, and if you just want the gist of the Mirror review, if you're like a newer player and you literally just began the game, I would try and go for Dark Mirror if you can, and get Dark Mirror to Evo 3, and that's pretty much it. The other ones like Light would be interesting as well, but once you have limited resources and limited mods, because you have like Baby Monas and stuff, it's like, I'm not really going to try and have you like go out there and get all of these, because chances are that's not going to happen if you literally started the game within today or within the like last 2 weeks, at least in my opinion. There's also a light and dark crow hook that has been added, so there needs to be a updated crow hook video, which I think I did the first crow hook video literally earlier this year. But that one will disappear at some point in time, and then the new one introducing the light and dark versions of Crow Hook will also be added up in there, so stay tuned for that. But I think the light and dark Crow Hooks are fine. Dark Crow Hook is very, very Monka-esque though, or shall I say Monka-hum, because it's like, what do you mean by that? It's like, yeah. But anyways, added clan region defense practice mode, that was added to the game as well. I haven't gone over here, so it looks like we can enter it when the region battle defense isn't being held, and I'm assuming even if it is being held, maybe we can drop in there. But this is something that's very, very important to players all across the board, especially if you're just getting into Titans. This is a great way for you to kind of develop a better understanding of what to do in a Titan scenario, though I can admit on my channel at least I haven't really covered Titans that much, because my Titans damage isn't anything amazing. And you guys will see in my upcoming account review that it's not anything amazing. I do okay damage, but yeah, with access to this though, you can try out different combinations and see how far your Titans teams can go. And I think this is really important, because after you get out of like early game for MSL, you need to go ahead and decide, okay, am I going to start trying to climb up the PvP ranks, which isn't that hard to climb up the PvP ranks. It's getting to the top and staying at the top is the problem. Or the same thing with Titans, but Titans, depending on what clan you're in, is a hit or miss. You could be banging and destroying stuff in one clan, and then you could be like bottom of the totem pole in another clan. But that would of course force you to kind of better your mons, get a better understanding of your mons, and not only a better understanding of your mons, but their positions in Titans teams. So definitely don't scoff this feature, because Titans is one of literally like 2 ways for you to earn Astro Gems. So if you're like, Eileo, I don't do Titans, congratulations, there's no excuse to do it now. Because what if I told you, you not participating in Titans at all, you're just playing yourself? What if I told you that? I'm not saying you gotta do top tier damage in Titans, but it's literally free Astro Gems for you to go in and do 6 battles hopefully a day. Even if you do 3 battles hopefully a day, you still get gems at the end of the week. Like, come on, dude. But moving forward though, the Arthur exclusive Trinket summon rate will be up, and this starts from October 28th until the next maintenance. So it seems like, at least in theory, that exclusive trinkets will have their summon rate up per month, so per maintenance basically, which is per month, which is cool. But obviously I don't think anyone's gonna be pulling on this. They gave out Arthur for free. You probably end up trying to get your purse Ultimate Evolution, and freaking Arthur's exclusive trinket just came out, so no one's really hyped for this. I don't foresee anything with that. In my honest opinion, I'm staying away from the trinket summon for right now. After I did like a million pulls to try and get my purse Ultimate Evolution, and I can never get her like dress piece, I'm just waiting until more Ultimate Evolutions are added to the pool before I even think about doing trinket pulls, because yeah, it's not a scam at this point, especially for newer players that need trinkets. But if you want to go ahead and dump like 4 pulls into trinkets or something, if you're a newer player, that's perfectly fine, but I wouldn't do it just to try and get your mons to be ultimate evolutioned at this point in time. And then the capture festival for the mirrors will be coming up here pretty shortly. It's going to be starting on November 2nd, and it's going to last 2 weeks, so I'm super stoked about that. I'm going to really gun for this one, honestly. Like the other ones, like this whole entire year, I haven't really cared about other than Eve, because that was a new exotic. But this one, yeah, I'm gonna be gunning for them because I'm super duper interested in at least water mirror, light mirror, and of course dark mirror. Other than that, I mean, I'm an Astro Guide Andy, so I'm gonna gun for all of them because I have the ability to do so, so why not? Then obviously we also have to capture X amount of those and evo to them so we can fuse to get light and dark. Light has double curse, so if you don't get a square shot on your light one, that means nothing. Curse isn't affected by crit rate whatsoever. Well, not saying that you can't use crit rate on it, but it just needs to be a sub. You shouldn't have a dedicated gem slot to crit rate because you're literally destroying your damage for curse. And then a dark one, obviously you can build it however you want, but you could pray to the gods for a square on that, but it's not worth a gem slot conversion, at least in my opinion, unless you have excess of them hanging around. There's also going to be soul stones in the shady shop. This isn't super duper helpful unless you're like one off because of the amount that you need, which is 30, but it's up to you unless you somehow miss the whole mirror event. There's a mirror package, which usually costs you up 990 Astro Gems. Once again, I would just capture them. It's not really worth you spending 1,000 gems, aka almost a pull and a half for mirrors. That pull and a half could get you like 55 nat 5s. In theory, it could get you a nat 5, but you're probably gonna get nat 4s. But yeah. And then cherries actually coming around too. I think one of you guys recently just left a comment on the cherry video, and I was saying that cherry is an exotic. I don't know if she's coming around, but congratulations. Cherry is going to come around on November 25th, so if you guys haven't picked her up, especially newer players out there, feel free to pick her up. But I think from memory at this point in time, the only cherry that is super duper amazing from my standpoint has been Wood in the Nat 3 League. Other than that, I can't really think of like the other ones. I know the RGB Wood is fine, but light and dark, the only one that comes to mind is Wood, so I could be wrong there. If you guys use light or dark cherry though, feel free to leave that in the comments below. But she will be back, so if you want to get your cherries, make sure you start farming and getting your mountains at Evo 3. Hopefully a siphon set. If not, get a wave clear, which I do have a wave clear tier list, so check that out. Get a wave clear built up and make exotic farming a lot more smiley face for you versus sad face. Then her soul stones will be in the shady shop as well. Nothing extravagant. Same thing with the cherry package. I wouldn't buy it. There's also the heroic secret egg package 1 and 2. So it's up to you if you want to donate here. Obviously, you do get secret eggs from it, as it implies. Also some gold. The second package does give you a supreme light and dark egg, and also gleam eggs, which could be very helpful. Variant holy gleam package. Once again, up to you to decide what you want to do. Maybe you just pulled the dark Indra and you want to get him variant. Maybe you fuse for Dark Merlin and you don't have any variant Merlins, which is very super critical to Dark Merlin, so you want to get that Dark Merlin variant. You got to do what you got to do. Also skill book packages as well. There's a 5-star Astromon selection card package. If you were going to buy this, especially as a newer player, I would end up probably picking like a Courageous Striker, like I mentioned in the selection card video recently, like earlier this month. Like, yeah. That's probably what I would pick and leave it at that. If not, you could use it to pick fodder for something and get something else at Evo 3 that's preferably a Courageous Striker or maybe a PvP offense or defense mon, but it's really up to you. Light and dark Banshee package will come out on Halloween and be here till November 14th. If you were to purchase this, I would recommend maybe Light Banshee over Dark Banshee, but Dark Banshee does have the whole sap thing going on with aggression, so up to you. But Light Banshee is more of a defensive version of Light Yuki. I'm not saying that she is Light Yuki, because she's not. She has a lot less attack than Light Yuki, and her shock rate is arguably worse than Light Yuki, so she's more of a defensive shocker, not an offensive shocker. And then Banshee's pretty much just PvE, I would say. Light and Dark Siren as well. They do have a super evolution coming up. I'm not sure if their skills are going to be tweaked, but at this point in time, maybe Dark Siren has some use. But the issue with Light Siren is that her shield is a bit weak. So if they change it with her super evolution, that will make her dramatically better. But at this point in time, they're just outdated. And then improvements with the multiple expeditions. That's super duper great. The ability to replace the equipped gem/trinket with other gem/trinkets without destroying it. Once again, that's great. The weakened skill for your super essential skill also got changed. So before, it was applied at the end of the hit, which I honestly found annoying, and now it's applied at the beginning of the hit. So you do get a beneficial damage from that weaken with whatever mon is doing that move, the proc weaken. And then also the balance of Mini Eve, which is the dark one. We saw a whopping increase into her HP and defense, which I would argue doesn't really mean anything. I was hoping that she would get like an attack increase. The devs would be like, you know what, we're at least going to put her at 3k. You know what, we're at least going to put her at 2.9k. But they're like, nah, dude. What is her stats? Like 2.6k? We're going to keep her right there. So that is pretty much meaningless in my opinion. The balance of the evolution skill of Light Persephone has been adjusted. So now her purification is a 25% chance versus a 20% chance. So that's pretty huge right there. And I did update that inside the purse video that I just did. It's pinned in the comments. Same thing with Arthur, going from a whopping 25% Light Stalker to a 40%. That is a huge increase, meaning that you don't have to try and balance max crit on Dark Arthur, especially if he's going to be facing Lightmon. So I think that is a good change to his skill. Do I still kind of like disagree with his whole Light Stalker? Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's just a game. It's just a game. But that seems to be pretty much it. There's a known issue with the mirror package, but the game is literally telling you, just don't buy the mirror package. That's it. That's it. It's literally saying, don't buy the mirror package. But yep, that's pretty much it, you guys. Obviously, the update is here and out already, so feel free to leave in the comments below about what you guys think of the whole maintenance notes here. Are you happy to see Cherry back? Are you excited for Mira? If you haven't checked out the Mira review, once again, feel free to check it out. I do need to do some clan region defense practice mode, which is a mouthful, just to tighten up my whole Titan compositions on both of my accounts, but I will probably have to hold off on that for right now. And Light and Dark Crowhook are finally here, and we finally have a new Rebirth Astramon, so go ahead and pick up Light and Dark Crowhook. I mean, this is a very, very easy way, and you can go ahead and build a Water Crowhook for free. He's great in the Nat 3 League, and I think Fire Crowhook isn't a dedicated sapper, but he's a sapper nonetheless, so if you need a cheap and easy sappermon to build, congratulations, go ahead and pick Fire Crowhook up too. Obviously, I'm not going to say use him in the Nat 3 League, but if you need to use a sapper ASAP, go ahead and pick him up. But yep, that's pretty much it, you guys. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Do like the video if you guys indeed like it. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, and yeah, peace out.